So Brexit has significant consequences for the EU. On the one hand, without Britain sitting at the table, the EU could then push for deeper integration because historically the UK has been the member state most opposed to deeper integration. So without Britain in the EU, there's probably going to be a push for deeper integration in the Eurozone, more political integration. And a lot of people, particularly in France and Germany, would like this because it'll allow the EU to tackle some of the more difficult policy challenges they have, like fixing the euro, like dealing with the refugee crisis and dealing with security and defense concerns with, for example, the potential threat of Russia and Putin. On the other hand, without the UK at the table in Brussels, the EU might change in a direction that some of the other member states don't like. For example, the UK pushes for a more liberal single market. The UK is very practical in its approach, wants to deal with really concrete issues like how to deregulate the single market, and tries to steer the agenda away from sort of highfalutin ideological things like should the EU become a United States of Europe? Should there be a direct election of the Commission president and these sorts of things? So, it's a bit early to tell. I think we're already seeing, as a result of Brexit, a push, for example, particularly from France, for deeper integration in the Eurozone. And I think some of the member states, like Sweden or Denmark, that are the traditional allies of the UK, are the ones who fear the most with the not having the UK in the EU, because they fear more dominance of France and Germany and more dominance of a sort of integration project against their interests, which is really very aligned with Britain in terms of keeping a very liberal single market.